a problem here. And it's more than just Alvin screaming Punisher. When life begins to suck, who's reporting it? Luckily, you got two friends who you won't forget. Coming live, Alvin and friend on survival. Laughing non-stop, case drops on a cycle. Louder than intrusive thoughts off an iPhone. How they make the world seem bright with the lights off? AFs, it might as well stay up. Lies being told like that dinosaur BS. Magnifying glass to the ground if they don't see us. Having the time, roasting your favorite pizza. Bougie ain't an option, it's the wage. Take it to the grave, have moving to the place. You already know when they take the case. Laugh the pain away, it's affirmative murder.
Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome to another Affirmative Murder mini-sode. It has been a while, but you guys are not sending in the emails with the ferocity that we need. Get vulnerable and tell us what the fuck is up in your life. Spill the tea, sis. I'm Alvin Williams. Fran, what's going on?
Not much, man. What crazy stories we got today, man?
We got a few.
Got some good ones.
I don't know because I have to read what comes to me because we don't have a mass sea of them. We get some good ones, we get some okay ones, and sometimes you got to read an okay one because we don't have a plethora of emails, you know. So that's more of an indictment on our listeners. Affirmativemurder@gmail.com. People have shared some of the most vulnerable things with us. Stop being afraid. This is a place to do it. If you saw a ghost, just own that shit. If you got into a fight and you knocked a person out and you feel good about it, just own the feeling that comes with the fact that you like to commit bodily harm on people. Let's address it. Let's come forward. Let's discuss it. Let's get real about it. Be vulnerable. You like to inflict pain on people. What next?
Start sending them in, or I'm gonna come out with a grading system, and then people really don't want to. They're really gonna not want.
Well,
to
then we won't get emails anymore. You're like, man,
and then this shit just go in.
That email was an F. People are like, oh, okay. Well, that was about like my mom and really personal, so I won't. I won't. Don't have to worry about grading me anymore. I quit. So yeah, but don't get Fran mad. We don't know what he's capable of. This man is crazy. Fran, we're going to get into with our first email from a person that at the bottom, it doesn't say I can say anything. So I'm going to just start reading and assume that I can't say who they are. Okay. This email reads, "Hey, Alvin and Francis." Okay. They didn't make a space. I thought they were calling you like Francis.
Oh, okay.
But this like, "Hey, Alvin and Fran, this is going to be a long email and I do apologize, but I actually sent in the first audio not saying that this justifies this lengthy email, but I would appreciate it if you could lend some advice this time because honestly, I need some advice about my professional life," with the like one sweat coming down their head emoji with the nervous laugh.
I don't know if I'm gonna call it advice, but I mean,
I can give my thoughts. Yeah, don't
what you will, I guess.
Yeah, let me give a disclaimer right here. Anything that you hear that sounds like advice on this podcast, if you follow that, that's your business. We don't come back if it doesn't work out. We are not liable or responsible for that. Disclaimer. With that being said, let's tell this person what to do with their life, Fran. Hypothetically, because you shouldn't listen, but maybe we'll just tell you our thoughts. Anyways, I am a security guard who works in public transportation, and I've seen some shit. But my company is the real bullies and shit doers, ? So I've been with this company for 18 months, and it's been a roller coaster since day one.
Already?
Yeah. First day, no one knew I was coming in terms of that.
You got to put the left.
I got...
This
first day... First day, no one knew I was coming in terms of that. I damaged my car to prevent it from being towed. Unknown parking, upside down face. That literally, did that make sense to you?
Not at all.
First, I felt like I was having a stroke. Let me read it again. First day, no one knew I was coming in terms of that. I damaged my car to prevent it from being towed. Unknown parking, upside down face.
She didn't park in the right spot for employee parking spot, or
and then she damaged the car on purpose. I'm gonna move on. Next is actually bullying at the job by a coworker. Then there's no punctuation. There'll be a question and a comma there. Then there was racism from another coworker twice, by the way, and no punctuation. Twice, by the way, and finally retaliation for making them do their job to the point of requiring a physical a year after working and proving my abilities having disabilities. spinal fusion, titanium rods in my spine. They waited till I had an allergic reaction to request this physical from me, and then to add insult to injury, they pulled me from my schedule and now are requiring me to go to a meeting with all my equipment to talk about the situation after a week of radio silence. And I reached out after being pulled.
What equipment? The rods in her spine or something? I'm confused. I don't know what's going on here. I really don't know what is going on.
I'm going to finish the email, and then we're just going to give them advice based on like context clues. But I really feel like I'm reading like somebody took 5 emails and made them into one email. I'm like, whoa, I don't really understand. I'm sorry, person. I want to help you, but
and you're reading like you on FaceTime, so it's throwing me off.
I got to get really close because it's such small print, and I haven't figured out how to zoom into the email yet. Anyway, so apparently there's some kind of, the company's dicking them around with some kind of medical, they got an injured at work or something like that.
Okay.
So anyway, so they're saying that they need to come and bring documents to prove that they are a disabled person.
Okay.
So they go, they say, I reached out after being pulled from the schedule. I repeat, for an allergic reaction to cottonwood. Don't know what that is. Twice, and a document, which is the physical, and then resurfaced May 31st of this year. I'm stressed out that, man, there's no punctuation. I'm so stressed out that I'm not sleeping and barely eating, and I've been sick and feeling depressed about whether I should hold out and take these mofos to court, or should I roll over and just quit and get another job? I think there would be a period there. I am really struggling with my decision on where to go next, because on one hand, this is me taking back my life for the first time professionally, but also personally, I was a victim of domestic abuse a few years ago, and I had no support. I had to leave my last job because of the case. I guess it's a domestic violence case. Because of the case and how injured I was. You found this job right after when I was in a state of proving I was enough in all aspects of my life. I think it was supposed to be an I, like I found this job. So yes, they found this job, and it was affirming to them, feeling like they were taking their life back. Mm-hmm. I thought my job had my back and wanted to support me during such a rough time, but now it seems that I'm not enough to them, and I don't know what to do about it. Person, I'm always a fan of going to court and suing people for everything you can get them for. That will be what I would say. I've made no illusions, or I've made illusions in the past to being rear-ended in a car accident a few years ago and seeing that this person was quite literally a bajillion years old. But they hit me, and so I took them to court, yes. And so my advice is always, to get your coin. If somebody does wrong, go take it to court and have a judge prove it or disprove it, and they'll give you whatever they think you deserve. If you feel like your job is discriminating against you, taking you off the schedule, what have you, take them to court.
So, just for I need some clarification. She got into an accident?
I don't know if I can give it to you. She had some kind of spinal surgery.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's work-related or not. I'm sorry to this person. I just can't try to read that again. Everything that I said, that's all I got. And to people listening, if that was a bunch of confusing words, I'm really sorry. But basically, if I'm going to summarize it, this person needs advice because their job is discriminating against them in some kind of way because they have either pre-existing medical, like a pre-existing medical condition with their spine, or something happened to them at work, and they're giving them the runaround. I think that they had a pre-existing condition,
Gotcha.
And now the job is like, well, we're not going to accommodate you.
Got you. Okay. What I will say is, I commend you for trying to get back on your feet,
get back out there, yeah,
and take grasp of your life again, because I know that's difficult, especially if somebody has some type of disability. I know that's rough.
And a domestic violence situation as well, which may have caused the disability. I'm not that part. I'm fogging on.
Right. So keep at that. Don't let nobody, company, person, whatever, stop you from wanting to reach that goal. That's number one. Number two, I always hear, and I'm sure you probably heard this before, that jobs, employers, whatever, will replace you in a heartbeat. Soon they don't see you as a benefit and see you as more of a liability or whatever, they'll like you said, take you off the schedule. They won't even fire you. They'll
Yep.
make you quit. That's like a hand for them to go like, just quit.
Yeah, just go away.
Just go and
just
quit.
go away.
Relieve us of the headache of trying to go through paperwork and firing you and all.
Well, because if we fire you, you can draw unemployment.
Yes. So it's like they take you off the schedule. Don't let them get off the hook that easy. Like you said, take them to court, and then find another job. Because once they don't need you anymore, they're gonna replace you with somebody else, and that's just not advantageous for you. So I just think that take their ass to court.
And see what the judge says.
Go to a lawyer, see if you have enough, evidence you can go to court, and they'll back you up and see what the judge says, and hopefully you win that and get some money to help you get back on your feet and kind of like move on from this and fuck them.
Yeah, fuck that job.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is, but fuck them,
Security, I think it was security, right?
Yeah, she said they said I'm.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't say any names.
Yeah.
She said that it was a security job. So yes, fuck them. If you feel discriminated against, and it sounds like they are not accommodating your disabilities, even though they gave you the job, I'm assuming you made that clear up front, and now they're asking for like official paperwork and everything like that, and also taking you off the schedule. They're trying to give you the runaround so that you quit.
Yeah.
Is what it sounds like. So I would tell you, take them to court, see what happens.
Yeah, I think it's some good. Well, I don't know, but I from people I've talked to, I think there's some good at home, stay at home jobs.
Oh, everybody wants to work mobile these
So-
days. If you can work like a telecommunication job or work remotely, that's the dream.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe you got to go in once or twice a week or something like that. Or
now you can't do security like that. Like they put you on an iPad in front of the Walmart, and you're like, "Hey,
get like
show me the receipt
like
to the screen."
A drone and shit.
Yeah,
Hovering her outside.
A Segway with a iPad taped to it rolls up to you to see your receipt, and you scanned a can of tomatoes, and you have a flat screen in your cart.
Yeah.
And if that was the case, if I was that person, the way I would be like, and knock that damn Segway down like a weeble wobble and just keep on going and take my flat screen home.
Yeah.
This is no way for us. You can't outsource security.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? Like a person needs to be there in person to do that job. So, that's one thing that's never dying. I feel like securing a brick and mortar situation, that job's never going to be made electronic.
But is it worth it though? Good. I don't know about that.
No, I'm not getting.
I'm not
shot
chasing
for,
anybody.
Deodorant,
for a TV that I don't have any responsibility over. I don't give a shit.
No, it's very.
You can have the TV. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I don't care, man. Like, even if you yell, if I was a security guard and you started to make too much of a scene, I'd be like, you got it. I come in here every day. You know what?
Yeah.
You're right.
You got to see what you can get away with. Hey, no, bring that shit back here, and they kind of like get aggressive. It's like, what?
You're like, oh, you know what? Hey,
that's not me. Go ahead.
Never mind.
Go ahead.
You felt you didn't fall for the pump fake. I only got one pump fake in me.
Exactly.
Hey, I said, come back here right now. And if I don't, what? Have a nice, have a nice day. My bad. I apologize for that. God bless you. I hope you have a very Walmart day, or whatever they say to people when they say goodbye. Yeah. Affirmative Murder is brought to you by Drizzly. Is your bar cart or liquor cabinet starting to look a little empty? That's definitely something you hate to see. But we're here to help you fill them both back up without ever having to make a run to the liquor store. Instead, stay home and fire up Drizzly, the go-to app for drink delivery. They've got all the different types of liquors you could want, whether it's a smoky scotch, an extra juniper-y gin, a little vodka to go with your soda, or any spirit. Ooh, spirit. Ooh, spooky spirit. I'm sorry, I'm getting carried away. Or any spirit in between. It's a selection fit for liquor enthusiasts or the most novice and amateur mixologist. And you can get whatever you're in the mood for delivered to your door. Just download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com and raise a glass of whatever the hell you choose. But remember, you must be 21 or over, and Drizzly is not available in all locations. Again, that's Drizzly, the go-to app for liquor delivery. So anyway, our next email, I don't know if I can say. I'm going to just go ahead and get into it. This email says, hey, y'all, love the mini-sodes, so I wanted to send in this email for more content. That's, first of all,
that's love.
Help us. Help us. That's what I like about this person. We need the content. You need to vent and get something off your chest. Let us have a symbiotic relationship and send us in the tea. And this person is doing just that. You love the mini-sodes. You want the mini-sodes to keep going. Guess what we need? Content. Assignment understood by this person. I will continue. Y'all always have me laughing on my hour commute to work. Okay. So I hope these episodes and all other Affirmative Murder joints keep coming. Well, Affirmative Murder will keep going always. Mini-sodes, that's up to y'all. Again, I will say. And this person making a contribution, shout out to you. I just banged my chest twice and did a peace sign. That's the universal, like, I'm with you.
Is it?
Right? Maybe in like 97.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like, what are we talking about?
It's been a while. Let's get into it. I'm a bartender in downtown Los Angeles.
Ooh.
My block has 5 bars and clubs, and we are only a few blocks away from Skid Row.
Okay.
Needless to say, security is a must. But generally, it's pretty chill because the crackheads and homeless know us and know that if they pop off, they will have to deal with the whole block. Okay. Occasionally, however, we get someone new who wants to test things out. And last week was one of those times. It was a Saturday night at the bar, and it was chill and about half full. I was pouring drinks and chatting with my patrons. My security was on lunch, and my waitress decided to stand out front to check ID. So while the security was at lunch, the waitress did his job for a little bit. But I guess I guess they're able to do that because it was chill and they didn't expect any kind of riffraff to come.
What if somebody is like staking out the area and go like,
the security?
You gotta wait. No, you gotta wait until the security goes to the bathroom and a waitress takes over his post. That's when we attack.
But like, what? Attack a bar? That's great. What's in this bar? Why they need to have this plan? Like, we gotta get all the real vodka.
He's like in the tent walking. You see his feet at the bottom. See the tent moving.
He's got binoculars. He's like, now, go, move. This is usually something I will do just for safety reasons, and people are less likely to try me. She wanted some air, and everyone inside was drinking and relaxing, so I had it covered.
Okay.
A few minutes later, I see this toothless old lady talking to my waitress, laughing and touching her shoulder. I thought it was a little weird, but I figured if it became an issue, she would come and get someone like she usually does. Our security comes back from lunch, and my waitress comes back inside to continue her shift.
Wait. So the security went to lunch.
Security went to lunch, not the bathroom. The security went like to go grab a bite to eat. So he was gone for probably 30 minutes. I mean, security got to eat too. How you think you get so big to have security?
You can't be security. Look, I'm sorry, but they shouldn't be. It shouldn't.
Yeah, like the building needs to be secured.
Yeah,
like
lunch break shouldn't be mandatory for security. That's off the table. I'm sorry. I need you to be here 24/7.
The whole point of you've now created a vulnerability time.
Yes.
If you're not being here, we're not secure. But hey, he's got to eat his food too.
I guess.
I would suggest I don't know, maybe a burrito. Like you can, but hey, everybody wants to go step away, look at some TikToks, eat their food, go eat their sit inside of a Chipotle and eat. Everybody needs a lunch break. Yeah,
you chose that.
It's mandatory by law.
You chose that occupation. I don't know what else to tell you. Yeah, there's no break.
Yeah, it's like, sorry, y'all not gonna be secure for this 45 minutes that I'm gone.
Yeah.
So
shit pop off. You just like,
yeah, eating shit. You see it, but you're like, I'm on break. Yeah, like, damn, that guacamole is hitting today.
I'm off the clock technically, so I don't know.
Oh my God, she's bleeding! It's like they got into a bar. Somebody got in a bar fight and stabbed somebody with a broken bottle. You're like across the street, but you're like, well, I'm off the clock.
I'm off the clock.
I will get to that situation in another 15. Yeah, I agree with you that's crazy. That's crazy for security to be like across the street while the security issue is happening, and you're like, I'm on break, so sorry.
Yeah.
But everybody needs a break.
Security, we need help.
Security is on break. He's yelling back at them. Where's the goddamn security? On break? You get a break at your job, right? He starts getting mad at them.
Yeah.
I don't come to your job, kick the broom out of your. He starts getting
defensive.
So like I said, the waitress comes back inside to continue their shift. At this point, this skinny old lady loses her shit and is juking and jiving, trying to get past the security to come inside.
Oh man, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, just like spin, the spin move into the cutback.
You Bray Sanders? Fucking
God damn, man, you just out here like Tyreek Hill. I know about 6 at this point. I know about 6 football players. He's one. He doesn't let her in as she's acting crazy and refuses to show ID, which is illegal in California regardless of age. Okay. My security guard is 250 plus pounds, and this lady is maybe 115 pounds soaking wet. So I think he's got it, and I go back to pouring a drink for this guy at the bar. Not 2 minutes later, someone yells, he needs help. And I look up and I see this lady pepper spray my security guard and then pull a knife on him. Jesus Christ. I run outside with a taser gun.
He needs help. Also, how do they cry?
The security guard. Somebody help him! Oh my God! Like, no, that's crazy. I don't want to be a security guard. They need all the breaks they can get. That's crazy. I didn't. You never think that over some drinks somebody's gonna pull a pepper spray and a knife on you.
Oh shit!
Nobody. This isn't a bank, man. Like nobody needs drinks that bad. That's such a crazy elevation for the situation. I didn't see that coming. That caught me off guard. Sorry, it's not funny.
See, but he is the help. What do you want me to do?
I'm here. I'm drunk. Like I'm here to. I thought he was helping us. We're supposed to help him. I thought he was helping us.
I'm on lunch.
We need the security for the security.
Oh,
yes. A whole outbreak of chaos happens, and there's a knife, and the security guard gets pepper sprayed. So this person who wrote this email in says they come outside with a taser, and with a taser that we keep behind the bar.
Okay.
But thankfully, by the time I got out there, he took her knife and pepper spray, turning the spray on her. She runs off. I get him some milk for his eyes, and we think everything is chill. We were wrong.
Uh-oh.
This crazy woman returns with a whole costume change, thinking we won't recognize her from an hour ago, and tries to come in again. What is in this bar?
Massive disguise.
The Turtle Club. I'm just from the Turtle Club. You're like, lady. You just got here. No, she just has her finger over her lip like it's a mustache. So I don't know what you're talking about. My name is Frank. So the person who wrote the email says, I spotted her from a mile away, and I got the taser before she approached. I gave it to my security because if anyone had earned the chance to zap this bitch, it was him. Wow, okay. This is aggressive. I'm not going to say your name just because I don't want people to. I think people are going to take offense to some of this stuff. But anyway, she comes up and sees that her disguise didn't work and tells him to tase her. He laughs and says, bet, and zaps the shit out of her.
Damn.
She's
all right.
It's like, okay. Well, yeah. Hey, say less. She again ran off, only to return the next day with a bouquet of flowers for my waitress. And this time I chased her off with the taser. So that's the last we've seen of her, but who knows when she'll be back. I'm sure you're thinking, why not call the cops? But this is LA. And unless someone has been shot, they have like a 40-minute response time.
Jesus.
So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed the story. I look forward to the next Tales from the Hood. Thanks, y'all. I'm going to call you Jay. Jay, I thank you for the email. Very entertaining and colorful language in the email. And hey, man, listen, this lady pulled out a knife and a taser on somebody, and so he doesn't like her. And so that might have, been the reason for some of his language. And I think that's, it's understandable because she tried to stab one of his coworkers or employees or whatever. So yeah, so shout out to that person. Crazy stuff. And I didn't think that, you see all this imagery of Skid Row. I wouldn't think there'd be like a popping row of bars down near Skid Row, but I guess there are. That's how Austin, Texas is. That's how a lot of places are, where right down the street from all the fun is like a whole tent city.
Yeah, I never been to LA before. Would love to go, but when we went to Austin, that was some of the crazy shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I said, this is tense. I mean, like, some had like
on main streets.
Some had steps in them. I was like, what the hell is going on? 2-level, 2-story tents?
Yeah, duplex tents.
It's crazy.
Yeah. No, it was it's some ingenuitive stuff out there, But yeah, listen, in all seriousness though, homelessness is a crisis in America, and we have to find a way to tackle it and treat people with empathy. But sometimes you run up, you get done up. And it just is what it is. Homeless, mentally unwell, whatever. You inflict violence on people, sometimes violence will be inflicted back on you. And, it just is what it is. You can't tell somebody how to respond to your actions. And if you run up on me and pepper spray me, I have a vendetta against you. I've never been pepper sprayed in my life.
Yeah, me either.
So I'm not going to be like, whoa, they probably are like not healthy mentally. I don't care. You pepper sprayed me. It's up for you for life.
Yeah.
We're ops now.
Yeah.
See how I used it again? Yeah. We're ops now forever. All right, we're going to read one more email, and then we're going to call it a day. Again, affirmativemurder@gmail.com. Guys, please feel free to send us in emails of whatever you find to be interesting. It doesn't have to be specific to any kind of one topic, but, we like some entertaining thing. So if they're entertaining to you, whether it's shocking, scary, thought provoking. Like when we were at CrimeCon, we had a nice young lady come to our booth and tell us how their brother drowned in a pool and then came back to life and said that they like saw their dead grandmother.
Oh yeah.
And asked about their grandmother or something like that. Like that kind of stuff is always interesting. So, affirmativemurder@gmail.com. Make sure you put in the subject header, TFTH, so we know to prioritize it and get it. We'd love to hear from you guys. And we can't do mini-sodes without you guys. So, get involved. Be a part of the club. Thank you guys. Fran, this is the last email I'm going to read. All right, so here we go. It says at the top, feel free to say my name. And I like that. Thank you. Get it out of the way right out of the gates. I like how you did that. Hi, Alvin and Fran. I've been a huge fan of the show for a while now. You guys always manage to make me laugh. I have a story about my terrible neighbors, but it has been a few years, so I'm sure I've forgotten a number of different incidents and ordeals. To start off, I had purchased a small lot near the center of town and was determined, or the center of our town, and was determined to build my own house there with a contractor, not my own two hands. I knew very little about the people in the neighborhood, but with the job I had at the time, I was aware that my neighbors on the right sometimes had trouble paying their bills. Okay, you doing a little bit of, you being nosy, huh? You being a nosy neighbor? That should have been a sign. Well, you live and you learn. They had so many kids. I am not against people having kids, but when they are outside all summer long screaming their heads off past midnight, it can make a bitch crazy. They must have learned it from their father, as he was always shouting throughout the day and night too. I dealt with being woken up from my sleep by them for years, as my bedroom window faced the gap between our two houses. I hate that. Yeah, for sure. It's just chaos. I assume they also stopped paying their garbage bills because the husband had started a burn barrel.
Garbage bills? What's that?
I don't know what a you know something? I was going to move past that. Friend,
I've never heard that in my life.
I don't know. Hey, listen, we live in Baltimore, so it's like they always are like, here's a water tax. That might be some news. Every government and every city and state has their own bullshit. Wherever this person's from, they have a garbage bill.
I ain't never heard that one before.
You got to pay your garbage bill where you live?
You just keep your trash?
That's crazy. If you don't have the money to pay for the garbage, they're like, oh, we don't collect yours this week. You're behind.
It's like a list. You skip them every day. Like, no, next house.
And then people know you're broke because how much could the garbage bill be?
Go to 10. Skip 12. Go to 10.
Yeah. No, skip them. They're not on the list. They're in red. Yeah. They're in red on the
negative
on the docket sheet. No, that's crazy. And you can't get your garbage picked up till you pay with the remaining balance.
Start burning it. It's all stinking.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. A burn barrel.
Yeah, please. I want to know what a trash whatever it is. Trash.
Well, you burn the trash, you get that nice trash smell throughout the neighborhood from burning all the trash. Then what is it? Then the fumes go up to the sky and they make stars. That's how trash works. So this guy started a burn barrel, and for some reason, he also liked to throw things that exploded into the barrel. One night, I literally levitated off my bed from a dead sleep because that son of a bitch must have put a seal bomb in there. I don't know what is that? A seal bomb? Anyway, this person has some really interesting things that they call things. It scared me so badly. I legitimately was not touching the bed with part of my body.
Damn.
It was like a badly reenacted version of a Paranormal Activity movie. Another time, the burn barrel was blowing sparks into my backyard area. It is not something I would normally panic over, but it had been pretty dry lately, and the grass and plants were all in perfect condition to strike up a fire.
Fires, sure.
Yeah. No, you don't want that. I did call the fire department to see if there was a burn ban. Yeah, I used to do fires in my backyard when I had a house, like a bonfire, but not I wasn't burning trash.
You used to do what?
I'd do like bonfires. I had like a little bonfire area.
Why?
And I would just go back there and light fires, drink a little wine, and just enjoy the
stuff. As an adult. I thought you were talking about as you was a kid. I'm like, what for what?
No. That's called being a pyromaniac. No, I have logs. I was starting little fires.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, all right. Got that.
Yeah, this person is described more of like a, I don't know, like a Boyz II Men music video, like a dumpster fire.
Like a barrel.
That you hold your hand over with like fingerless gloves on.
Yeah.
So this person was burning something that was making sparks, and they thought that it might catch their yard on fire. So they called the fire department to see if there was a burn ban, and they ended up sending over a fire truck to the neighbor's house. Oops, I wasn't expecting that. I think they got hit with a $1,000 fine from that. Girl, they can't even pay their garbage bill. So you are really the ops. You want to talk about ops, friend? You just put $1,000 bill on my head,
and they know it was you.
You put a bounty on me.
They know it was you. You're like the immediate neighbor. Oh, they definitely.
Yeah, they're like, a neighbor. We can't tell you which one said that some of the sparks from your dumpster was going into their yard. It's like, well, there's only two choices, and one of y'all don't speak to us when we're outside with all our kids. One of y'all keep rolling your eyes at us. So I'm gonna take a guess at which side of the house, which neighbor it is that called. So their back deck was covered in dog shit. I never once saw them take their dog for walks. These were not small dogs. Great
Danes and shit.
Yeah, right. Just taking massive dumps. You just got big cow pies on your deck. That's crazy. Well, dog pies. These were just a few examples that I could recall. I always felt really bad for the wife. She seemed nice and always spoke in a sweet voice, and I would be like, and she's like, yeah, that's nice. Have a nice day. I don't care. I don't want to know you people, all your kids and your dirty husband or whatever. This person's going in. But she's like, but the wife was cute. The wife was cute. She was nice. I did not know the specifics, but it started getting really quiet at the house next door. I thought that they had left or something. Turns out they were being foreclosed upon and were not supposed to be on the property anymore. Instead, they were bunking out. Oh, that's a new phrase. I never heard that. Instead, they were bunking out at the house with no electricity or water. Ew. So they're just living in there. Yeah, they're squatting, but bunking out. I never heard that. I like that kind of bunking out. They were bunking out in the house, like squatting in the house. Yes, is what we would call it, being a squatter. Imagine my surprise when the newspaper printed an article that the wife and her cohorts ended up embezzling something like $500,000 from the company she worked for. The husband, the wife that she says looks so sweet and nice, nobody in this family can be trusted. The husband was finally arrested for dousing a guy in gasoline and trying to light him on fire. Oh my God, I didn't expect that. Jesus Christ. Upon all these revelations, it turns out that the couple was deep into using methamphetamines. Makes sense in retrospect. I guess so, yeah. They don't have time to take their dog out.
They got 10 kids.
They got 10 kids. They're not paying their garbage bill because the money has to go to methamphetamines. And then they're burning stuff. Like, that's the logic of somebody who's on hallucinogens and methamphetamines. It's like, let's burn this. Let's burn it. We can't pay for the garbage to get taken away. We'll burn it away. Last I heard, she served her time and finally got a divorce from that bastard. She did get to reunite with her kids in another state, and it sounded like they were doing good.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. Good for them. No idea what happened to him after he went to jail. He was suspected of murder, I think. I know he was also the prime suspect of a rape before his arrest as well. Jesus Christ.
And he was a lunatic.
Big time. I'm sure other listeners have had neighbors similar to these two. I'm not so sure, person. This is crazy. I don't think that's just like, this is just my run-of-the-mill bad neighbor story. I'm sure everybody has a million of these. Like, no, I don't know. You might be unique in this one. But I tell you what, if you listen to this and this didn't like shock you, send us in an email to affirmativemurder@gmail.com. If you go, oh, that's nothing, girl. My neighbor's way crazier. If your neighbor's way crazier than this, then you have a story worthy of being on the podcast and write it, sit down and send it in. But I don't think Fran I can't top this.
No.
I did at one point think a neighbor I used to live next to was a serial killer. But I didn't have any proof of it.
He almost got you. He could have got you if he wanted to.
Yeah, with pecan pie, my only weakness. Anyway, thanks for doing what you do. Glad I came across your podcast. Katrina. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. Side note, yes, yelling at grizzly bears can get them to leave you alone. It has worked for me a few times. All right, cool. In reference to another Tales from the Hood. So, wow.
Maybe you just caught that bear when it was full. It already ate when it saw you.
Yeah, listen. I understand that animals are animals and people have this reputation, like humans are dangerous, they kill animals, they have guns. So maybe they are hesitant of a person. But I just feel like if you come across a bear that is fully ready to attack and eat you, I don't think yelling at the bear is going to change his mind. Yeah. Now, if you come across a skittish bear and the bear already doesn't really want any smoke, yelling might make the bear run off. But if you come across a bear that's like, no, I'm running down on you right
Like
now.
a polar bear.
Like
they like kill
bear.
for fun apparently or something like that.
Well, I think the general consensus in this topic when we brought it up was like, oh, if you come across a polar bear, which why would you? Why would you be like in Alaska?
Right.
But if you come across a polar bear, you're donezo.
Yeah.
Like there's no little tip to give you. You're gonna be mauled to death. But these things about these black bears and brown bears, I get what they're saying, and I'm sure there is some truth to it. And this person says it's worked for them. Katrina says it's worked for them a few times. Why are you running into bears a few times? But anyway, that's a conversation for a different day. I feel like if a bear is like, I'm hungry, I'm going to eat this person, I don't think you're going, bear, I don't think the bear's going to go, you know what? Never mind. I clearly have bit off more than I could chew, and I'm going to go ahead and change my mind and go eat honey or whatever it is that they eat in the woods, salmon. I'm going to go get some nice salmon cakes, and this person clearly is too dangerous for me because they have their arms in the air and they're yelling at me. I just have a hard time believing that I would be able to even yell in a believable way. I would feel so dumb. Yeah. Imagine seeing a bear. I wouldn't be able to be convincing that you should be scared of me because I would be so scared of the bear. I'd be like, you better get out of here, bear. Oh, because they would be like, man, if you don't turn over and let me rip some beef jerky off your back.
Let me get some of that seat
some of that back meat.
Yes, that's
let me get some. Let me get some of that back meat off you, man. You talking about all this screaming and all this nonsense carrying on.
What if they come to find out they got a talent of like judging how scary a human can be? They go like, this guy performance was trash.
I'm gonna just
maul.
Yeah, I'm gonna take him down. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, you might have something in your book bag. Like somebody they got a good judging character. They're like, no, you're lightweight. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and get some of that quadricep muscle right now in my mouth right now. I need a yump of that right now, immediately. Again, folks, affirmativemurder@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you guys. Tales from the Hood cannot exist without listener participation. So please get those emails in. We are super excited to give this content to you guys, but we can't do it without you. It's a symbiotic relationship. So get those into us so that we can get these out to you. There we go. Fran, any big takeaways from you this episode?
Pay a garbage bill if you have one.
What is a garbage bill?
What is a garbage bill? This is the same episode. I don't know why I feel like that first email was like from another episode for some reason. I feel like it was so long ago.
I kind of I just pushed it so, and no disrespect, but I mean, I've really moved on from, I'm really sorry. A lesson that I learned is like, you gotta proofread your emails before you send them, I would say, because you really, you're asking people to read it. It's gotta flow.
Yeah.
It's gotta flow, because if you're doing shorthands and trying to shorten your sentences in ways that we don't know how you do that, it's hard for us to now give the message to people that are listening. And so I was confused reading it, and I was hoping that maybe sometimes I read stuff and sometimes you kind of go into an autopilot. So you're like, I'm just kind of saying words. Yeah. I don't know if they make sense. Yeah. So I always turn to you to be like, did that make sense? And when you were like, no, not at all, I was like, okay, then I'm not crazy. I wasn't just on autopilot. This didn't make any sense at that point. So, but the general consensus I would give to that person, again, I'm not going to read the email ever again. I'm sorry, but I understood what you were saying, kind of, and I would say, sue them, sue them for all you can get, and good luck to you, and I hope that you accomplish that.
And based on that, I think I give great advice. Now I'll take back what I said earlier. I think I can speak for myself, not Alvin, but if you want some advice, hit me up. Send them in. Yeah,
I would say, add advice into it, and next time I'll let Fran take the lead on any kind of advice emails, and I'll give my opinion too, but mine is not advice. Fran's is advice. Mine is more of like just my thoughts. But Fran gives great advice, and you should take it if you want to. But on this one, I think we've come to a consensus of sue them.
The shit out of them,
yeah, sue the shit out of them, for sure, I would say. So what are garbage bills? Always sue. And proofread reading.
Oh yeah, and bears are not scared of humans at all. So.
And bears are not. I mean, come on. I know we've gotten a few emails, people going like, "Hey guys, actually, you guys are super wrong. They are scared of humans." Like, all right, well, you go ahead and go out there and you do that. I'm gonna stay home. I'm not gonna be in the woods, and I don't need to put this theory to the test. I will just go ahead and I'll take your word for it. You know what? Hey, you got it. We'll leave it to hey, you got it. Because guess what? I'm never going to find out. I'm never going to know. I'm never going to be in a scenario where I will find this out. So you got it. Bears are scared of humans. I guess so. If you say so, because I won't ever know, because I'm not doing it. But yeah, affirmativemurder@gmail.com. Please, guys, get us in some good emails, some great emails, some okay emails. We'll take some okay emails, whatever you got. Tales from the Hood. See you guys next time.
Deuces.